It's a book.
Yeah.
And I have the book, and so I'm retracing all those steps. And one of them is the Kitsilano Pool.
When did you read the book?
I didn't write the book. I was given the book as a present.
Oh, I see what's going on.
What's your name?
Finn.
Finn?
Yeah.
F-I-N?
2 N's.
2 N's. This is Finn, and I just met him. He's an interesting guy, I think, trying to make the world a better place. But when I met him, he had a shovel in his hand. Looked like he was up to no good at all, but he's really up to some good, aren't you? Tell me and tell them about what you're doing.
Just building a little playground to grow some fruits and do movement. Parkour is the practice I do, but it's just really got no rules. You just make cool shapes with your body and jam with your friends and, you know, find challenges, and it's really gratifying.
So there's a place here that's a park, or it's not being used as a park. It's a plot of land.
It's overgrown with blackberries at the moment. So like in the fall, late summer, people go pick blackberries there. That's the only time it gets used.
Where we just met?
Yeah, just up the hill from there.
Okay, so at the corner of Marine Drive and 4th, where we just looked at the Jericho Beach, the place where there were a lot of hippies at one time. There's a hostel, there was a military base, and before that it was a lumber yard. Is a little plot of ground with overgrown blackberries that Finn is trying to make something of a little usable park with maybe some organic fruits.
Yeah, and actually next summer I have an event there.
Okay.
A bunch of friends from all over the States, maybe some from other places in the world too are coming. It's gonna be what I call a jam.
Okay.
It's not, you know, in parkour we have some events, you know, some people call them competitions, and then they have a different format where there's like a first prize, second place, third place. This is just like, I'm gonna have cash. I'm gonna be throwing cash at people for doing cool shit, and it's not as competitive. It's more just like feeding off each other's ideas. And
what's the event going to be called?
It's the Huckleberry Jam.
The Huckleberry Jam next summer?
Next July 7th.
Next July 7th?
Yeah, yeah.
And do you have a website, or do you have social media?
There's a little Instagram page for like what I'm doing with parkour. It's called Recipes.
Recipes.
On Instagram. There's about 8 underscores after that.
Okay.
So you put in recipes, a bunch of underscores, it'll show up. I use the RX symbology actually, because kind of reimagining health and wellness and medicine and going back in time to more holistic.
I'm a big believer in the best doctors today, because I'm anti-big government. I'm anti-big media, I'm anti-big tech, I'm anti-big pharma, I'm anti all these that have caused 3 years of a lot of pain to many people around the world. My business is really helping small business owners. And what they did was make them non-essential when they are the most essential.
Check
like this guy here.
This is why I brought you here, because this guy's out here every day.
Dried wild mushrooms.
Yeah, that's me.
Some lobsters, some dried lobsters. I'm craving that.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
So what do you got here? You're going to go on my YouTube, and maybe you'll get a customer.
Yeah,
especially if you've got any kind of social media.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram.
Oh, right there.
Forest Floor Foraging. That's me.
Okay.
On Instagram, yeah. I sell wild mushrooms. I was a professional chef for 25 years. Mastered in sauce making for. Had my own restaurant, sold it, and started foraging mushrooms as a hobby that became an obsession, which is now my profession. I harvest over 100 kinds of mushrooms from all over the country, from the Yukon to New Brunswick, primarily here in British Columbia. I specialize in edible mushrooms, but I also dabble in some medicinal mushrooms as well.
Medicinal that help relieve pain if you're going through something?
I have all kinds, some for gastric distress, some for headache relief, some for muscle relief, some for dementia, some for cancer cells, some for, you know, every kind of desire you have. Mushrooms will, you know, fulfill them.
This, you know Finn.
Yeah, I do.
We met, he's got a shovel in his hand here. So I'm figuring this guy's got a story. And I'm going to Kitsilano Pool to film that, because it's in a book, 111 places in Vancouver that you must not miss. It's a franchise series. There are about 400 or 500 titles. The two guys that wrote it are from Vancouver.
Okay.
And around that, my channel's about small business owners, travel, and inspiration, because that's my life.
Right.
So when I meet people like you, it's a very interesting story. And one of the places in the book is a mushroom dispensary of some kind here on 4th.
Okay.
You should go to the one on Hastings.
I was going to say there's one on Hastings.
I work at the Coconut Cafe. I've been working there for 2 months now.
Nice.
It's pretty interesting. Working there 3 months.
Some of you people don't believe in this, but I've told the story on this channel before. What's my channel called?
Did you tell me?
No, I didn't, but it's for effect. Advisor Danny.
Advisor Danny. Oh, nice.
You're going to be on it, you both of you. But my cousin in Saskatchewan could not do anything that would take away his pain until he started getting monthly shipments of something. And when I visited him with my brother a few years ago, they were in little cookies, and it was the only thing that he was able to manage his cancer pain with. So there is something to this. I don't come from that background, but I'm a very open-minded to the truth. This is what I like, is the truth, and helping as many people every day as possible.
Yeah, just being out in the world.
This is a good guy, Finn. We're gonna put his website or his, and you're also David?
I'm Mike.
Mike, okay, and this is the Forager.
I'm a forager, yeah.
Can they order
forager.
online?
They can contact me online, yeah.
Okay.
I try to sell mostly in person. I really like the kind of face-to-face interaction of selling. That sort of had the experience for me as well. I don't like selling in stores. I don't, so yeah, but if you contact
Nobody
me,
bothers you being here in your retail location at
Oh,
the
yeah, of
corner
course they do.
Safeway? But you stay as long as you can?
I just leave and
I love it.
and then I come back.
I love it.
Is it the Safeway people?
No, it's not the Safeway. It's actually the city.
Really?
Leave this guy alone, City. You got better things to do
Well, the city came by
than
once
bother
and
small
like-
business owners.
And I was like, well...
That's my own
all right, so I
opinion.
walked around the
People
corner
have
and I came back.
always sold shit on this corner. Like, I'll sell figs and
Yeah,
shit
whatever.
sometimes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
There's a lot of them.
These are
I had a really good
mushrooms,
day selling figs actually. When they came back to me.
Nice. That's awesome.
and you make a soup from them? You just eat
Yeah,
them?
soup, sauces, eat them just like they're
One of
just
the most
regular mushrooms.
flavorful
right?
mushrooms you'll ever experience in your life. A lobster mushroom
Yeah.
actually grows in cedar forest. Not a lot of other mushrooms grow in cedar forest, but
Cedar
you'll
forest.
find it in the fall.
Yeah.
And it's actually one fungus that parasitizes another mushroom and turns it from a kind of a flimsy, brittle mushroom to this very sturdy, dense, and like bright red mushroom. So that's why I call it the lobster. It also smells and tastes like
Lobster?
seafood when you cook it. So flavorful. So that's one of my favorites.
You guys are
got-
very cool. This was a nice bonus from today. I'll tell you, as I'm leaving, there's a Chinese security guard lady that I met a couple weeks ago doing one of the stops in the book by the
Yeah.
port.
Okay.
There's a seafarer's house there, a blue house, that from the tall ship days, people would come and stay there, and today they can still do it. I forget how many people they deal with there. But as I was coming from the house, she was over there, and I talked to her. She has a WeChat or an Instagram or a Facebook or some kind of group of 500 people. And this is what they do. They go looking for mushrooms, I think.
Oh, she's Chinese.
Chinese.
They know what's up. I see them forwarding all
So maybe you're
videos.
connected or should be connected with...
I wonder. I very likely know who it is, or we've heard
I'm
of each
sorry, I
other,
don't
I'm
know her name,
sure.
but she was so nice.
Where was this?
She's a she
Vancouver?
rotates around as a security guard.
Okay.
Was she quite elderly or?
No, I'm gonna say 30ish.
Okay, yeah.
Smart guess.
And she goes to different spots as security, but very pleasant, bubbly personality. And anyway, thank you for being a part.
Pleasure.
And I'll do everything I can to help promote you guys. That's
Thank
what
you,
I
guys.
can do.
Thank you.
The pool is this way.
Yeah,
Just down the hill, yeah.
Good rest of the day.
This is very Kitsilano interaction right here.
Mike
For kids.
and Finn.
Thank you. Appreciate
Two guys making the world a better place. Advisor Danny, you're going to be on it.
Danny.
Come on, like and share. Let's go. Let's get the mushroom thing going. So that was really nice. Yeah, let me tell you real quickly, in case I can put this into one of the videos, about this marijuana thing, which is legal here in Canada, especially here in British Columbia, west side of Canada, for some time. Lots of shops, dispensaries, and all the rest. And my cousin, some years ago, was suffering with cancer, and still is, as far as I know. And he had nothing for pain management, nothing that was really doing anything, and then they heard about medicinal marijuana, I guess that's what you call it, and they got some shipped to them. His wife started baking them into cookies, and voila, his pain became, in his words, manageable. So I know it's a controversial issue, but for some of the people as young as I am, let's keep an open mind, especially when we understand the very best things in life are not synthetic. They are, oh, look at this beautiful place. They are from the earth, and they are healthy because they have all kinds of positive side effects. And like with some controversial things, there are abuse possibilities, aren't there? But we do our best to help people and become aware. So Mike and Finn, thanks for being new friends here in the Kitsilano area.
If I could see you once again, if I could hold your hands again, I will never let go, 'cause though I touch my soul like you. If I could see you once again, if I could hold your hands again, I will never let go, 'cause though I touch my soul like you. Walking down the street,